To get Blackie listen to the GOTTI CD, I said I'll rap with him. And he was like, for real? Like, you want to be in the group? And I'm like, you know, it was taking like, you know what I'm saying, I think the process would be quicker when you rapping with somebody.
2 years
You know
ago.
what I'm saying? That goes again with my we thing, like my sharing thing, like, man, I want to share the stage with somebody, you know what I'm saying? So right then he listened to it, and then from him listening to it, he was like, yo, tell him, you know, come down there to the studio.
You say Gotti a little older than you, right?
Yeah.
I see you out more than him. Gotti, last time I seen Gotti was All-Star Game.
Oh, Gotti be everywhere though. It just depends on he be everywhere though too. So you probably a lot more people probably see him than me.
Okay.
I'm more laid back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess because I follow you on Instagram.
Yeah,
I
for sure. Yeah.
Do you have any relationship with BMF?
Yeah.
No Birdman G's, I figured you would.
Hell yeah.
So there's an infamous story about them with that plane ride to Cancun. Would you happen to have been on that plane?
I ain't go to that, but I was on the plane ride to where was that? To Miami.
You went
For me, yeah. My brother was there.
Jeezy just shouted you out with the book.
Yeah.
I did.
He the one who added me. Ain't that?
Yeah, I found
Yeah, now my brother was with me with this one. Now Meech himself is my brother. This Jim Shoe.
You gotta take seat if you want to be seen.
You feel me?
Sure.
We built
We
this.
doing garments.
We built Fleet Club off the ground, bro. We started this. You dig what I'm saying? But
Definitely.
we know we was in this music game for. This is my brother right here, and now Meech himself. We was in Atlanta. He invited us personally. He said, "Man, get 20." He said, "Man, 10 of your niggas and 10 of your bitches doing my birthday party. Tell them let's go." I ain't even know 20 people to call. It was just us right there. Yeah, man. And we got to Atlanta. We got to the airport. I'm talking about it was a soul plane. Everybody in Atlanta. I mean, the whole flight was just
everybody we knew.
Everybody we knew.
All the strippers.
Y'all was smoking on the plane?
Nah, somebody tried. I think somebody tried to light up a square or something on there. But it seemed like their plane ride was like 5 minutes, bro, because there was so much action going on.
Busting up.
Busting, man. And man, that was a party of the century. And that same weekend, Jeezy shot Air Force One's video.
Okay.
Get money over here. He shot that. Man, we had a ball, man. Man, free Meech, man, bro. Big homie was, and man, that was the greatest show on earth. I never seen that.
That's
I never seen nothing like that.
Do you think that we can have something like that again in this era with all these cameras and everything?
I think just that the person he is, it's gonna be a long time before you catch somebody who, and that goes like when I look at Meech, I look at him like the same way as a Birdman, as a Diddy, as a, you know, this was just a street game. He was, you know, he playing the streets, and he wanted to see everybody win. You know what I mean? He wanted to see everybody win, and I think that's the key to you being a real, that's what separates you. When you can see, it's like when you see Puff and you see Birdman, how he saw Wayne and BG, Juvie, Turk, and he put himself after them. Put them in the front. And not just them. Cash Money had a slew of artists. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? He probably lost with more people than he won with. You feel me? Because it ain't guaranteed that you gonna win. But he ready to hustle with you.
He probably lost with more people, but he didn't lose more money, from what I'm seeing.
Think about it though, but that's the sacrifice though.
That's
he tried to help everybody, but everybody's not gonna make it. You dig what I'm saying?
That's the give and take that come with it.
20 people on your record company is not going. So what he done, two things is say this: am I trying to sell records or am I trying to do business? Right? So what he think, the more records, something like Master P, the more records I put out. Now, of course you want all your artists to go platinum or sell, but to help your company, the more volume that you move, right? So with them, they gonna keep the train rolling. They gonna keep the train rolling. They not tripping on the L's.
And that's
cool. We're gonna sweep that under. Yeah, we're gonna sweep that under the rug and get over to the, you know. So you don't really lose the money. You dig what I'm saying? Because you can't lose nothing you ain't have.
That part.
Right?
This is a shot in the dark. Anyway.
It's a shot in the dark.
Yes,
so if you ain't see it, you ain't like, you know. When I look at John Morant thing, right? The first time, I think, you know, they said, oh, he's supposed to lost 40 million. That 40 million didn't come out of his bank account.
So yeah, he didn't know.
He didn't get that because he didn't go to the first team. You know, he didn't make first team and all that. So he didn't feel the hit.
That's a good way to look at it.
You see what I'm saying?
At the same time, I'm just saying me, knowing in my mind, I just said I got 40 million motherfucking dollars. I know where
That he was supposed to get, right? You know what I'm saying? That's estimated, and he didn't get it. But do that still mean because of that mistake that as far as his performance, he wasn't supposed to get?
He'll double back and get it.
He should have got that with his performance, but you know that's an isolated incident. So they had to, you know, they got to do something to you to make you to know. So when you learn your lesson, you know what I'm saying? But when it don't hit you, you don't know no better. I believe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but 40 million, that's a lot of money.
To somebody that got 200, but he didn't see it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you
That's
still
a
got
difference.
200 anyway.
You still know what I'm saying? I still got 200 in me.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
I'm mad, but you know what?
Yeah.
I ain't killing myself
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah,
I hear you.
for sure.
What's,
That's what I believe. I could be wrong.
what's one thing you do differently in your music career if you can go back in time?
Invest in the studio. That should have been one of the first things I done.
Just own it. Just own your studio.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do music anyway, instead of buying an ounce by a brick.
There
That's
you
how I
go.
look at
Yeah.
it. Did you like know through the door you was gonna get a clothing store, or did you something just popped up?
When I knew, we went to cause Jim Shoe, he was selling the shoes first, and we went to a sneaker convention, and from there I was like, yeah, but we need a store. We need to separate ourselves, because I saw my dog, like, okay, he jumped into the resale lane. Now, what I learned from with music is that we can't all do the same thing at the same time, right? Because it's gonna bring some competition, in a sense. If me and you both trying to sell the same thing, right? Then you don't want me to get the sale before you. I don't care how I go, right? But if I say, man, you can sell, but what I do is, what I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm gonna find a place for us to sell the shit from. It ain't no more meet nobody, because most people we were seeing that was resellers was meeting up with people in the street,
You pull up.
hand to hand. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna be part of it. So one day I just, took a risk and grabbed a storefront on Laramie and Harrison on the west side of Chicago. It was a little piece of shit place, you know what I'm saying, right off the alley. And didn't ask nobody for no money, no nothing like that. And me and my pops went there, I signed the lease. I called Shoe and I was like, hey, plug on, I want to show you something. He put out the keys at him. We didn't even have a name yet.
Hey, that's love.
Yeah.
It's advanced. You busted
But the one
move,
thing I
it's
respect
advanced.
and I love my bro for is that the shit was a piece of shit, but he saw, like, and then when I say piece of shit, it was ours. You know what I'm saying? It was just, it wasn't, it's what startup is. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, we was like right off the alley, the security bars. It wasn't like the sliding shutters. It was manual shit. You had to got the lock. So it was, you know what I'm saying?
Old school slide.
Yeah, it was in a tough area. So that's the part that was like sometimes make the dream be like, but what I love, and I think that's what me and bro share, is that he smiled ear to ear when he saw it. And he signed up for that task every day. Like, he looked at it like, okay, yeah, this is ours.
That's a good friend.
Nah, for real. A lot of people would think all of the negative.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that.
I swear to God.
I never be looking at even if I'm like talking to a female and they be, or whatever, somebody like, yo, well, what if this and what if, I really be like, it's like a saying I say, man, I'm practicing my end zone dance. I ain't worried about if they gonna stop me or not. I'll worry about that later. But in my mind, so when somebody be like, yo, did you think a business was gonna be successful? Of course I did. I didn't know when or when it was, but I wouldn't have got into nothing if I didn't. And music helped me with that. Like,
that's extreme confidence.
Yeah, and you gotta repeatedly do the same thing over and over again.
That's knowing in yourself that you got. My theory in life is, if you're pure of heart, you're gonna make the right decisions.
No, for sure.
Even though you may not know everything, but if your heart is pure, in that moment you're gonna do what's right.
Nah, for sure.
And then you add it with persistence, you're gonna get to the top.
And the right people. That's the key. Good. Having the right people with you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect and love all the people we got with us. They very dedicated to us. It's real love. And we have our, you know, personal little hiccups that we sometimes, you know, butt heads, pause, and then, you know, we all come back around and mutually give respect to one another and try to stick with the same goal. You know what I'm saying? I always try to up my value and try to up the guy's value. Like, you know, tell everybody, man, yo, bro, get your thing going too. And that's not just yours; it's ours too.
Because we all
You know what I'm
connected.
saying? We all connected.
You hit a nerve when you said it's the good. You need good people around you.
You got to.
It made me think of the opposite because when you do have that, it could be one bad person and
For real.
hundreds.
1 week link in the chain.
It's gonna
man.
mess up
For
everything. For
Mhm.
real.
And it comes with a lot of mental space too, because sometimes, and it's okay to be weak. Meaning, like, you know, you gotta allow yourself to grow. You gotta allow yourself to mess up. You gotta allow yourself. You gotta be accountable, and see where you know, for you to grow and step up. You gotta allow yourself to go through your process.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no struggle without process. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, God gonna give it to you, not when you want it, but when He feel you want, when He feel you deserve it.
When it's really your time.
So getting it ain't really it. It's keeping it. You know, that's kind of like my perspective.
When it's really your time.
When it's
Yeah.
your time, and so just be ready for that time, knowing that it's gonna come. And that's a scary process because you don't know.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to give up, man. And that's the key jewel right there. It's just don't give up. It's not like, you know, some special thing. And some people got, like, you know, certain things that fall in their favor a little bit more on the lucky or blessed side, you want to say.
But you can't count on.
But you can't count on that. And
Wow.
comparison is the biggest thief of joy.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So you can't really watch what somebody else got going on. That's why Instagram sometimes I don't get too into it what somebody else really doing. You know, I try to see it from a place of saluting somebody before I tear them down. You know.
So to switch it up a little bit, kind of almost on the same line a little bit. How influential do you think Chicago has been to the entertainment music industry? Not just right now. I mean, all the time.
Man, it's probably, man, when you look at, if you look at any like documentary or just history from, you know what I'm saying, Sam Cooke and
Yeah, Quincy Jones.
Quincy, when you look at all of them, like everything be from Chicago. I don't care. It don't even gotta be just black people.
Mm-hmm.
You look at something came through Chicago from
Vince Vaughn,
something, bro.
comic book.
Yeah, bro. You look at things, you even look at Al Capone them and everything. It's like
When I asked
Chicago
that
played a
question,
big part in everything.
You went crazy with the Sam Cooke because nobody never mentioned Sam Cooke. Whenever I
Yeah.
mention Chicago
Mhm.
and how
Yeah.
influential we are,
Mhm.
they want to say Keith or King Louis Twist or Bump.
No, for
No one really realized Quincy Jones, who
For
created Fresh Prince, who
Mhm.
influenced Michael Jackson,
Mhm.
Sam Cooke, like so many others.
Shaka Khan.
Exactly,
Man, it's
Shaka
just so
Khan.
much, bro. You be like, damn.
We
Somebody, and then you be looking at it, be some stuff that like Muhammad Ali lived in Chicago.
Yes, sir. On the 9.
You dig what I'm saying? And
On
you like
the
people like,
fucking-
yeah, I lived in Chicago for, and what's the guy? What was we were drinking Bel Air today, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look at where he's from. The guy that owned it. What's his name? Brett.
Talking about the white guy.
Yeah. with the
Yeah,
beard.
yeah,
He's from
yeah.
Chicago, bro.
Yeah, I just seen the interview with him. Yeah, he is. He's from Chicago, most definitely. It's a lot. We got a lot going
Man,
on.
we got a lot.
But I don't. That's another reason why I do this, because I want us to realize, like, the things that we aren't really seeing. It's really us. We the glue to the world.
We are.
But instead of giving each other praise, we looking at LA, what LA doing.
Because
what
we
New York doing.
segregated. You know what I mean? And I think, like I say, when it comes to entertainment, we're not used to seeing the examples because you don't see a lot of celebrities. So you don't see the example of celebrity, right?
True.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
look at people like they were like, oh, he.
Yeah. If you look at LA, you see I be looking at these cats like YG and like it'll be him and one of them and a movie director would know each other.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
cause it's that, or just like John Singleton telling
Yeah,
Q, hey, Joe.
So I.
And you see who could do that for Chicago?
But that,
You see what I'm saying?
Both sides, though. Like,
Mhm.
are we not feeling that in ourselves? Like, are we? Because to me, I can't say all of us. Like, I
Mhm.
don't never want to be too big.
Right.
These my people. I don't want to be the nigga all the way over here in Japan and don't feel like I can't post up on the block. Not that I want to run post up on the block, but if my people's there, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think all of us in Chicago is like that. We more like wholesome in a sense.
Yeah.
But it kind of evolved.
So we segregated.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of politics that come with Chicago. That's when it comes to gang culture. So like when I look at LA gang culture, you look at Chicago gang culture. Some kind of way LA gang culture, just on the outside looking in from that perspective, from my perspective, it's like they kind of gave you this, like look how many documentaries you've seen about, or stories about Crips and Bloods and things like that. And you've seen a lot of them turn over a leaf and be like businessmen or running companies, and you know what I'm saying? And where it's like you take Snoop Dogg. Like you like sometimes you forget he a Crip.
And he's still a Crip walk.
Yeah, Nipsey, you'll forget he was a Crip, but they
allowed him to space.
They allowed it. You know, I think our shit is so, and not saying there's not that violent, but
we're more gangster.
Yeah,
This is
like
a gangster
for real.
Yeah.
It is like our shit way more violent. Like when you tell these stories, it's like scary to the outside world.
For real. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like scary to the outside. It ain't no dance that come with our,
We just
you know, like a Crip walk and you know what I'm
We
saying?
just got cool for a nigga to dance.
Nah, you feel me? It ain't no
10 years
dance
ago,
that come with our
what you
shit. You know what I'm saying? So that shit make it like,
I was gonna say 10 years ago that was some West Side shit, but I forgot you from the West Side.
yeah. And that's what split us up. Like, you know, it go both ways, man. You know, I hear like the stigmas about West, but none of that stuff, like I say, ever pierced me because I'm a universal type nigga.
Yeah.
I know how to survive anywhere. So they say, yo, out West niggas can't dress. I think I changed that narrative, right? Look at all this drip.
So I was gonna say I'm gonna keep it real.
So it's some style out West, and a lot of people out South.
Out West has always been more organized, and when you know how I go, two heads is better than one. When you stick together, the money.
Because we smaller, right, Lero?
True.
So
Smaller
we,
area. That's
the West Side is smaller than the South
Yeah.
Side, right?
Yeah.
That's-
Smaller,
that's-
right? So we stick together. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like I can see my dog, like so many people, just say Lero, our security, like there's so many people that somebody can walk in here and say, man, I knew him 10 years ago from, oh shit, somebody knows somebody. One of my other employees, my uncle come in here, he like, hold on, bro, my grandma live in this building.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Down
saying?
south, you can have 127th and 53rd.
Yeah.
And that's 70 miles
Yeah.
away. I don't even know this dude.
For real. Or you see one block over, they beefing, you know. Do it be like it don't kind of be like that with us, right? In a sense, like
Y'all beef more about money than anything. We beef about
money and some territory, like a block.
Gangs can hang with different
Like for real,
oppositions
like
and
you know,
money and chill.
I've seen a lot of vice lords hang with GD. Yeah, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So
Construction,
you know, we knew out west, like we could really remember the times, bro. We could get a
feet.
you meet a chick even before the fee-fees got the pop. You can meet a chick and go to the liquor store, grab a drink, if you smoke or some shit, whatever she do that, and basically ride around, listen to some music, and that was a fucking good day. Hit blocks, and that night you might slide to Greek Town after you done did all that and shit. And that was a fucking day, bro. And the girl was happy with that, like for real.
Y'all smoked some Reggie.
We rode around, yeah. You feel me?
Yeah, there was a date.
And there was a date, bro. Or we went to somebody's porch. They over there playing cards. This person playing the music. I'm sitting there typing shit. Come on, bro. We can't even do that no more,
Not
bro.
on no porch.
And we have a ball, bro. And I get a girl from out south. Hey, come over here, man. We over here on the... And they love pulling up on us. Right or wrong, Larry?
Because there was
love
another
pulling
worker.
up on us.
They know they can't. I don't know nobody over here. Type of vibe. Yeah.
And I hate the point when, like, and I get it. Southside people get out here and they'll probably be uncomfortable. But guess what? A lot of Southside niggas hang out west and enjoy themselves.
I actually love the vibe.
Don't
Yeah.
A lot of them do.
Because it's more a lot to me. I'm from the South Side, and I may joke and play or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nah, and that's cool. Like, I don't take that even personally. We
It-
triple. Like,
yeah.
me and my Southside homies always
just
we trip on that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we move from
I think
Chicago.
that's how we get more comfortable with
Exactly.
each other.
And we take our jabs at each other.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
just so that you
saying?
know, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's cool here. We ain't
And I
gonna say
love that because it distinct who we are. So if we walking somewhere and they walk, they know we from there. But me sometimes, cause I've been other places, people don't always know with me.
I never knew.
And I'm not super slanged out. Like I say, man, you know, coming up, my OG and my old man, they was really like, well, they smart, man, and they always just telling me how to carry myself in a certain way. And then when I started rapping, I was really, you know, I was really moved by East Coast hip hop because they dominated it at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, I gotta say something, I gotta pronounce myself, I gotta. And I remember going to other places, they were like, you country.
Who you think got on the hip hop side right now?
Well, right now, shit. I would say Atlanta for the, but I think right now it's kind of wide open.
It's been moving.
Who you think, though? I say it's
Who
like
got the game right now?
I mean, Memphis is doing good.
Detroit kind of going.
Detroit going crazy.
Artists.
Whole
City.
country.
It's in the country.
Like, cause you got New York artists.
You got New York artists. You got Detroit
You got
coming.
LA. You got Houston.
You got Houston.
Memphis, like we said. Memphis.
Houston done got a little quiet on the music to me, I think.
Yeah.
I think Houston ain't letting no new ones come in.
Detroit and Memphis got it right now.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I say
I say
Memphis and D. Yeah, I
both
say
of
that.
them go crazy.
And I love Detroit. I got a lot of family in Detroit, man. Shout out Babyface Ray. Them boys come shot with us, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
what's
real.
up. That's what's up. I love it.
Hey, bro, we went to Milwaukee and they got a style of music. It kind of sound. They got their own little vibe of music. We was in the club, bro, and they was.
Milwaukee ain't no like an hour 45.
I know, right? And that's one thing I was like, how many blew up from Milwaukee? You know what I'm saying? But they got their own shit. But I think like the D for sure to come up in Memphis. They got this shit right now.
I'm gonna swerve a little bit on some other shit.
Mhm.
So I seen you on Lip Service. Right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That show seemed a little spicy when the cameras cut off. Cause I know y'all they be talking they talk.
Yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know how it is when the cameras cut off. 'Cause
Yeah.
look, Stephanie Santiago, she look like she'll go over crazy, boy. Over crazy. What's the other one name? The
Gigi?
sitting next to you, Gigi.
Gigi.
She's like she got some
Look.
presidential neck. Disrespect.
Hey.
No disrespect.
Shout out Angela Yee. She a beautiful person inside and out. I was so like I felt so good that she even reached out to me to come on that. Actually, Ciroc did this campaign for Black History Month. It was called Black Excellence, and they were shining a light on 4 black-owned businesses in Chicago, and we got chose, and she interviewed her and Joakim Noah came in here and did an interview with us. Yeah.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to
So
watch it.
from there, off camera, she's just so humble and a sweetheart. She was just so humble.
Mhm.
And at the time, my brother lived in Brooklyn too. And so that was like sparking the conversation. And I just went out to New York, visit my brother.
She do seem like she good.
And she was like, oh yeah. And I had reached out to her. She got wind of when I still got broken into. And she was kind enough to like, say something. She I spoke about it on the Breakfast Club. Shout out to Angela.
Talking about the riot shit happened?
Nah, it was after that. We had a break in. It was a couple people had a break ins. It was like a year ago. And shout out to Angela Yee. Most congratulations to her new show, Way Up, with Angela Yee is doing great. And first woman of color with a syndicated show, like that's big.
First?
Yeah.
What's up?
And she's humble with it. So when I got to New York, she's like, "Come on, pull up the lip service."
She do seem like a real, like I said, she fought with Chella H. She
Yeah,
doing her
yeah.
thing on
She makes sure,
Breakfast Club all
yeah.
the time.
She's super dope at like her preparation. I watch her work. Like her preparation is dope. Like she
Yeah,
don't
always
interview
like
you
that.
and act like she's bigger than you. Like she's gonna understand and know like what like she's gonna do her homework on you, so it'd be a great interview. But yeah, lip service was definitely fun. Definitely, they're gonna put you in the blender, and you gotta be ready for it, man. And once them drinks get the rolling,
That's how you
you
get
don't know, yeah.
Get
for
you
real.
at the 42 on the table.
Yeah, and that was my birthday, so that was one of my
Okay, that's
best
what's up.
birthdays I had, man. I enjoyed it.
On the
I
day
enjoyed
of.
that. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
All right, I'm gonna close out in a little bit, but I do got a
Sure.
few more questions for you. I don't want to hold you up too
It's
long.
all good, bro.
Time Money or Young Pappy?
I'm more I know Ty Money a little more.
You know.
I'm more keen to his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like you got a chance to hear the Young Pappy?
not really. I hear good things about him though.
I think it's because you like already have skyrocketed in the music game. Young Pappy was more underground.
Yeah.
Shorty was nice.
Yeah.
Bro. That's why I would even compare. I'm not comparing him. To
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And it's hard for me that, man, like, I don't really be knowing where to get music at. I got iTunes and stuff, like.
A lot of these stuff.
But I be like, damn, you know, it's hard for me to find like new music. So it'll really be who I'm around. They kind of inspire who I hear. Outside of my.
Even Oxford anymore.
Outside of my go-to. You know, a lot of times I get stuck in my era.
Do you think King Louis gets the respect he deserves?
I think Chicago respect him the way he deserves. I think so. I think so.
As long as Chicago's.
I think Chicago.
I will say nah.
But when I see, because he definitely cold.
Yeah.
But see, when it goes to that, it's like cause they was like Louis was the first with the drill, right?
Yeah.
When you first with it, you like look how New York done ran with drill. When you first do the sauce,
they don't get respect.
you don't never get. It's like you on to the next. It was like funny. It was a brand. I ain't gonna say the brand we had, right? And we got it now, and we probably was the first to have it, right? A certain brand I was speaking about. I ain't gonna say it on here, but down after that, other people start getting it. I'm like, we don't even want it no more now. You know what I'm saying? Because it's watered down. So I think he's ahead of the curve a lot of the times.
And that is crazy because you gotta have like a perfect storm.
Cause I feel I'm just like King Louis.
That's what
Me and Gotti was ahead of the curve with a lot of things.
When you said that, that's what made me think about y'all. Like y'all did it before these other people did it, so it looked like okay, that wasn't nothing, but y'all actually started it.
Yeah. So respect is it's all like perspective on how you see it, right? You know what I'm saying? And I look at it as this. It's more important that the real who know. The right ones know.
That's what he told me.
Drake pulled up on him and know what's happening.
Yeah.
He got a OVO aisle on him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The right ones know.
He didn't say those exact words. He like, man, I don't worry about the frivolous as long as the righteous come through.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And
but at the same time, you gonna say that if you not. If he was up here, it'd be a different conversation. You know what I mean? He gonna say that because. I just don't like the fact that when you hear Keith on an interview, he don't get Shorty his respect. Keith will act like he won't start. I'm gonna pass that. I just don't like that part. Well, top 5 Chicago artists right now.
It's too many to name, man. I don't know how. I couldn't say. I don't know.
We're gonna keep it going then.
I couldn't. It's too many of them. Shout out to all of them.
Chicago artists of all time.
Top 5 of all time. Damn, that's cool.
I know that last question could be a little divisive.
The top 5, because it's so many, right? You know what I'm saying? Top 5 of all time. Groups, is groups allowed or whatever?
You could have a group as one. You could have R. Kelly as one. You could have Shaka Khan as one. It's up to you.
Again, that's tough. Just 5 from the city. It's too many, man. Like we got too much greatness. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna double back on you on your inbox with that one. Then.
Yeah, that's tough.
What Chicago era of music do you feel was the best era?
For Chicago, I'm 50-50 with that because I think it's when you look at now that the outlet that a lot of these guys is able to take care of their families and do their thing and they keeping us alive right now. You know what I mean? So I think I think right now it's better. Remember Babyface Ray asked me that, and I'm like, nah, it's better because y'all can really get to the money now. Y'all could really like get to it faster. I don't know how long you keep it when you get it fast, but it get out here faster. So I think right now this era is better because there's so many other things you can do outside of music. You know what I'm saying? Now on the flip side, only down thing I can say about now is that it's so oversaturated. Everybody want to do it. It's so much to go to. Like you go to a festival and it's 80 people on on a car. You know what I'm saying? But that's the involvement of it. You know, so I look at stuff for me, like if you look at sports, anything like that, I try to look at how the game evolves, and not get stuck with what it used to be. But I still take the fundamentals. See, that's the thing. I do both, right?
You just brought me to another question. Kobe or Mike?
Come on, Mike.
Is it because we're from Chicago?
For sure that, but also, I watch Mike like ain't nobody fucking with Mike.
Shorty was mad.
I'm telling
Like,
you, nobody. Just his style, who was Kobe? God bless his soul. Without Mike, like his whole everything is Mike.
Emulated
He
Mike.
said, you know what I'm saying? That got him to where he was at. So, yeah, Mike for sure.
Jay-Z or 50 Cent?
Jay.
Lil
But what
Wayne.
we talking about? When we just period.
Period. So
Jay. Jay, it's cool.
I do want to elaborate a little bit, right? Well, I'm gonna give my perspective. So Jay-Z, he got the music that sticks in your ribs. Like he said some shit in Reasonable Doubt that you would never forget. It's gonna it taught you a lesson from then. I was like 90, whatever.
There you go.
And it's
If your click is rich, your click is rugged.
Yeah.
It never fall because we be each other's crutches.
Yeah.
It's so much.
But it's like 50 Cent, he's stretching the game. He's did what I took actual name out, stretched the game out, but he's actually stretching the game out. He's putting us on stars. He's showing you at one time, once you bust this door open, you keep this door open.
Well, they two different ways, right? When I look at Jay and 50, that's how I looked at Jeezy and Gucci. You know, I'm on the song So Icy. Listen to the last verse. I'm there.
No.
When that song was made, I was there.
You on So Icy.
I'm
No.
on So Icy. Listen.
So look, I'm gonna keep it real. I've never.
You want me to say my verse?
No, I do. Since you didn't say that.
I'm hopping out the range with the seats piped out. You can still see my chain even when the lights out. That's how mobsters do it. Spit a little game, give them that flossing music. I'm the man from the CHI. These lanes run around thinking they so fly. Got a little buzz, but boo been too hot. I pull them hoes in the club and I don't even try. I guess when she glance at my wrist, she wanna see my dick. I tell her holla at Jeezy if you wanna pop Chris. Get that Gucci man cause he on some hood shit. And you know I'm in the cut. Gripping my 4/5 like let a nigga trip. Nah, we ain't running. We just taking out your chicks, buying drinks, getting blunted. We'll show you how to do this, son.
Go crazy.
Throwing down hundreds while you saving them ones.
Go crazy. Look,
I got so many rides.
I'm gonna keep it real. I've never liked So Icy.
Nah, for sure. I didn't. And that was me. Like, and I ain't gonna even get into the whole how it went down because they actually cool now. I mean, I ain't gonna say they cool, but that's like squash. Yeah, it's squash. But off camera we could talk, about that if you want to know. But when I say the comparison, when I say like Jeezy and Gucci or Jay-Z and 50, Jay, Jeezy, they were more. That's like they like kingpins, from that high level.
Yeah, bricks
of the street.
Bricks.
Yeah, they moving weight. You dig what I'm saying? Gucci done had to get it hard, rob a nigga, run off on a nigga.
Tell him back.
Man, he blood on his. He got to get underdogs.
Yeah.
Niggas trying to get you out of here, but I keep coming back.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is a key in itself. You know what I'm saying? So, they fit for the. It's almost like DMX, like they fit for the underdogs.
Yeah, I like what you just did.
They gonna rise. You dig what I'm saying?
You just connected the Gucci with the X, and I do see it because X. That's why Gucci moved the way he moved. That's why X moved the way he moved.
So imagine the kid drop right now, right? Have somebody come out. That's why X was so cold. What kind of car did he ever have in the video? What kind of chain? He got a dog with him.
He had
telling you,
chain.
His video was in the middle of the abandoned cribs, just rough, raw. Somebody right now, if they come out, nobody gonna come out and say they broke. You all want to emulate to say like you got money, and you afraid to say exactly what you going through.
I think we embrace that authenticity, and that's why.
And that's the key.
That's that thin line.
That's when I first ever saw, man. I remember this girl showed me. She was a school teacher. She showed me Chief Keef video. She was like, "Yo, one of my students." She said, "It's funny. One of my students used to think he was Lil Wayne. And he's off Lil Wayne now. Now he's Chief Keef because he looked at him like, oh, I could really see him."
Yeah.
and she showed me that don't like video.
Ooh, you just did. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
sauce.
think about that.
That was sauce.
Shorty like, oh, I could see him. It's the closest.
Yeah, this is real.
This real. And she showed me that video, and I was like, this shit authentic than a motherfucker.
You just made me feel the formula of what happened with him even more.
Mm-hmm.
That touched everybody in the home because, okay, you can hear, like you say, Jeezy, Hov, Wayne talking about Maseratis and all that. But if I'm a kid who's 15, 16 years old, or even 25, chances are I'm not going to have a Maserati.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk
Nah,
about
for sure.
this real other shit. All right, this is my last question. This is something I threw on there because I hear y'all was playing Future. Have you threw out here? I fuck with Future.
For sure. I do too.
I can't wait to ask Future this question: March Madness or Colossal?
March, man. Hey, bro, whatever that nigga, hey, man, shout out Pluto, man. Hey, whatever that nigga vibe, what he was on when he made March Madness, that motherfucker, that's a cold ass song, bro. That's an anthem, bro. Forever. That nigga, now, we want to look and say, overall, my favorite now, as, like, after the, because I look at, like, Wayne, he's still at that, like, he with Jay and all that.
Wayne did?
Like, the class up under the class after Jay and them, you know?
Wayne under, what you mean?
Meaning, like, Jay, Nas, Big, Pac, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One.
Rakim, shit like that.
Rakim, they, you can't even name them. They
on Mars.
yeah, man, we ain't go to school with them.
Right.
You know, I always look at rap like school, right?
Yes, sir.
In a sense, like, what class you in? And Wayne got in before me, so he's a class that's, you know, he's the top. He the top from once Jay and them got to getting chilling and Juvie and X, because people leave Juvie out of that shit too. Juvie, DMX, and Jay was the biggest at one point.
Yeah.
And you could slide a Trick Daddy in there.
I see Trick Daddy, to me, didn't seem like he was gonna last. Trick Daddy seemed like it
But
was
he
something
lasted,
for that
so
moment.
big records, and he authentic than a month. But then they was popping. When you looked up and it was shows and it was touring, it was just but that for real though, but that Hov, Juvie, and X, right? So then, like when you say like Wayne, the Locks, because the Locks and them was still, they was in that class up under Jay and them, but they was there with Jay, because Big and them, you know, they saw it. They got the tools. That's why they know how to navigate in this shit. It's just like me being around a Wayne, and it's that I know how to spar with anybody, because I'm right there. I got it. Anybody that played with Kobe or Mike, they got front row seat. Practice is where it's really at, not the game.
Yes, sir.
No, we're in the studio and we doing shit. That's the game. The performance, the last. That's the end result.
That's just us playing, really, because the price let you know I really got it.
Right. But when I look at it now, that motherfucking Future, bro, he like my favorite, probably the top, because his consistency.
He do be saucing on. He be coming.
Come with it, and he don't. It's like he original with himself. Like he don't take from nobody.
And he just flow on that. I know I said that was my last question, but you just made me think of one more, and I promise I'm shutting it off after this. Big Pun or Biggie?
Big.
Yes, sir.
Biggie, my dog. Biggie, my dog. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I lost my cousin in March, right?
Sorry, rest in peace.
Show, man. Rest in peace, Ken. Love you, bro. Like, I lost my cuz, right? And I don't know where I got into this place, man. I went like a whole week. I listened to Pop. Then I went up a week while I'm listening to Big. And it was like, you know, by me, like, kind of seeing that or go, like, experiencing that at this age, and when there's somebody close to you, you start kind of looking at, like, when a person's demise is coming, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was, like, digging into Pac shit and Big, and man, bro, that life after death, bro. Man, Big saying some shit, bro, like, man, Big got to be, I don't know, it's to each his own, but lyrically, storytelling, and just raw, brutal honesty, swag,
Yeah,
ahead of the
Shorty got all
game.
that, though,
He
man.
had everything,
He
bro.
did. He was saucing on shit.
Big
Yeah.
was saucing on shit early, bro. He had some game joining
And
me, a
he ain't
big
right.
nigga, and he ain't write that shit down.
Yeah, like I said, big fat bloody
Big
as
fat
hell.
nigga, you know what I'm saying? And he'll tell you that, like, man, though, that motherfucking big, bro. Man, he was something, man, bro. He was something serious, dog.
With that being said, I appreciate you, God.
Likewise, bro.
Peace
For sure,
and love.
for sure. Love, man.